be nice to have my food delivered here at CES 2022. Well, with the car, you may actually have a solution to that. What are we looking at here?
So we are looking at autonomous deliveries in both indoor and outdoor environments. So these are Autobots, what we call, and these are live at Cincinnati International Airport right now. So you order online, and these robots autonomously bring food to your departure gate.
That's very convenient, and it looks like you've got it's kind of temperature controlled.
So the boxes are like isolated and insulated right now, so that helps to keep the temperature as is. And since the robots are traveling less distance and almost 15 minutes max for a particular order, so that helps them to keep the temperature as is. We don't need specific things for cold and hot beverages.
One of the things that makes this unique is you've got little screens on there. It looks like it could be advertising of various things, or what are you going to do with those screens?
So one purpose is non-verbal communication. The second purpose is, advertisement. So, when these robots are running at the airport or running out of a retail or restaurant, so that is the time when we can change the content on the fly, and those are the eyeballs which an advertisements get. So that's how it is built.
And now the thing that I found really fascinating about this, you guys are a really new company.
We started in the midst of pandemic, so December 2020 we started, and it's been 1 year. We won 4 awards for these best innovation companies in 2021, and we are live at one of the airports and are doing live pilots at restaurants and retailers. So that's how the journey exciting is. The important thing is the labor shortage is today. So that's the reason why the adoption is so fast and the need is right now. So that's the secret behind the growth, because there is massive requirement.
So how does the business model work for this? Does the restaurant pay for it? Does the consumer directly pay for it?
So it's robotics as a service model. So no restaurant or retailer has to buy anything. We provide the service of automating their deliveries. So we charge a specific subscription amount, and that's where so that's it. So we provide as many deliveries as possible per day. So that counts for curbside, it's like 60 to 80 deliveries per day. And a minimal subscription, helps them to scale up further, and it lowers down the entry barrier for them.
So how does it work? Do you sign up restaurants and then they share that effectively, or you're sharing the resource?
So we are talking to enterprise customers, which can scale countrywide. And part of the reason of choosing curbside deliveries and airports is that they're out of any regulation. So if any major enterprise customer takes up 1 robot or 2 robots for one location, they can scale across the country. So yeah, that's how we are working here.
But in both models, though, it's still a kind of robot as a service where you're on the back end and so forth.
Yeah, so we provide all the updates, support, and also feet on the ground to make sure that the staff is not stressed to handle robots. Yeah.
Is there a point where that feet on the ground can go away?
Yeah, absolutely. So for first 6 months we'll keep it there so that the staff is getting used to it, and they're not over stressed about it. But what we have seen at the airport right now, the person just switches it on in the morning and puts it on charging in the evening. That's it. That's his rule.
So it can pretty much go all day with one charge.
Absolutely. That's how it's happening at the International Airport, CVG, Cincinnati.
So the preparation for bringing one of these things in there, do you have to map the area first?
So we do a 1 day mapping, and the setup time is like 1 or 2 days for the entire setup, and then the robot navigates on its own. Yeah.
And so from a protection standpoint, it looks like you have a lot of sensors. I think I see a LiDAR on there. How do you keep it from hitting people?
So basically, we have a complete stack for autonomous driving. So we have a 3D LiDAR, multiple cameras, and safety sensors. This is the sensor suite which goes for autonomous car as well. So it's a strategic call that we do not go on road or sidewalks, but stay at airports and curbside. Now, because of these sensors, our tech stack makes sure that we navigate fairly well in crowded environments, and airports gives us a lot of edge cases and different data. So we literally had a kid, lying on the floor crying, and our robots spotted it. So that's really important. Yeah,
that's fascinating. I can imagine the data you're collecting could be pretty valuable. What about the consumer adoption? How do they know about it? I mean, I guess they see it driving around, but is it easy for them to adopt the?
So in last 25 days, we have 450 orders completed at the airport. Wow. So and that's just initial adoption. So it also includes, how many people are ordering online, and the robots are delivering 100% of the orders which have been, ordered online. So that's an option. So I think
they see the screen. It says make your delivery easy, and
it does, and the important fact is that the kids and different type of demographies and people are actually using it. So that's pretty interesting and good to see.
Now, I know Bern Gresh is leading an ISO effort for robots on sidewalks in the public. Are you guys participating in that effort?
So it's a strategy called not to go on last mile right now, unless all the states come down with a similar regulation. Right now, each state have their own regulation with their different set of inputs like weight, size, and all that. So we want to help our enterprise customers to scale massively, across the country. So that's why, where the technology is ready, but strategically we want to focus more on curbside and, closed spaces.
That makes sense. I can imagine, though, the data that you would be able to provide would be valuable in that effort.
Absolutely. So, I've been, managing BMW's urban autopilot before starting Ottonomy.
Okay.
So we are all ready to go on road. It's just that, we want to wait for a couple of years before doing that.
That makes sense. And the whole curbside thing is interesting because suddenly the drive-through can maybe be a park there for a few minutes instead of clogging up the drive-through.
And that's not it. For all the electric cars, when they're charging, so you order while you're in the car, and the nearby restaurants can get food to you. So that's even better because they have to stay for 20 to 30 minutes.
That makes sense. It opens up whole new possibilities. And so you started, in 2020. Where are you getting the funding as far as, to scale this up? I mean, this is a really quick build.
So we have been backed by Kinetic Ventures and set of angel investors across the world, including India, US, Middle East, and Europe and Singapore. And right now, our main focus is on the business, and money will follow. So that's what is happening right now.
Oh, that's excellent. Well, I wish you luck, and I appreciate the time to see this thing.
Thank you so much, and looking forward to talk more.
Thank you.
Thank you.